JB here, coming at you with another one up in Conroe, Portfolio Builders Network. I'm going to show you something a little bit different today. This is a great deal. We're going to walk through the numbers, but I really like this area. And let me explain to you how I figure out, one of the ways I figure out if the area is cool. So this is just up in Zillow. Let's look at Street View. Look at this, I got a little Easter bunny right here. So this shows me the neighborhood. It looks really nice. What I look for whenever I'm looking at Street View is I want to see the cars in the neighborhood. In fact, this is trash day. You can see everybody's got their trash out whenever the Google car was driving by. But this just looks like a nice little neighborhood. Another way to check how nice the neighborhood is drive out of the neighborhood and look at the cars. There you go. Nice Chevy Silverado there. You got a big old Ford. It looks like a 250 or 350. I think that's a 250. That's about a $80,000 truck. I got a little washateria here, but look at the cars that are parked out front. Nice little cars. Now let's see what businesses are parked out front. You got your little Mexican restaurant. You got some party place, nail joint, Chinese restaurant. Circle K, I like to look at the gas stations that are around there. I mean, there's Cadillac there, a bunch of other stuff. There's a nice little Toyota Tundra, Highlander, Pilot. I mean, just looking around at what kind of vehicles are there. Shipley's, I mean, if you're from Houston, Shipley's where it's at. So this is there's a neat little Mexican restaurant. The other thing you'll notice too, if it's a really crappy area of town, there will be no national chains. So like we're driving down the street here and Arby's, McDonald's, Whataburger, Burger King, PNC Bank is across the street. There's Sonic right there. Like this is a good area of town. And I'm just a big fan of Conroe in general. But let's go back to the deal. That's how I like to look at deals. We're going to pick this thing up for $165. That's list price. We could probably get 10, 15 grand off, but let's just do it at list price. It is 1,324 square feet. ARV after repair value is $260,000. Renovation is going to be about $45,000. I'll get into the renovation here in a minute. Market lease $2,000. Property taxes $3,000. Insurance, this might be on point, might be a little high. This is Conroe. This is way north of Houston. They don't get hurricanes. I mean, they get hurricanes. They're not really hurricanes by the time they make it up there. It's about an hour and a half north of Houston. All right, let's go take a look at the estimator. Let's look at the rehab on this property. Roof looks decent. Probably got another 5 to 7 years of life out of this thing. Exterior is mostly brick. Let's look at the interior. This is probably original carpet. I know this is original kitchen. I would go ahead and get rid of all of it, even though it's in pretty good shape. Could you, as a landlord, go in and, essentially clean the carpet, do paint, and rent it? Sure, but you're not going to get $2,000 a month. And it's not going to be worth, what was the ARV, 260 grand? It's not going to be worth that. So you really need to do a rehab. This is one of the biggest mistakes I see landlords do is they're like, well, it's worth 260 grand, so let's do lipstick on a pig rehab. I'm like, that doesn't match the $260,000 house that sold. See here, this little bathroom there. It's in pretty good shape. It's in pretty good shape. These are the bathrooms you tell are all original. I don't think that tile on the floor is original, but fresh tile, fresh tub. It's going to look really, really good. So let's take a look at our rehab here. Obviously, we're doing everything under make ready. We're doing everything under rehab. So you can see all of our big rehab stuff. And then we're also going to do a remodel. So new cabs and this new electrical service, new roof, new all this stuff. And it adds up to about $45,000 in work. Let's go and take a look at our analysis here. You're going to be about $26,000 out of pocket on this deal. Cash flow, $2,700 a year. And you're going to capture about $50,000 in equity. Not a bad deal, right? Depreciation is going to be about $6,000. Cash on cash return about 11%. Equity capture of 193%. Cash flow $30,000. This is after you own it for 5 years. It's going to cash flow you $30,000 after 5 years. Captured equity with the appreciation 142 grand. Total return 672%. Total annual rate of return 134%. Not a bad deal. If you guys want this calculator or you want to work with us so we can find deals for you and your portfolio, portfoliobuildersnetwork.com. Just fill out the little email link right there, and we'll put you on the newsletter, and I can send this over to you. Thanks for watching.